Hello and welcome everybody, this is Glitch, and right now I'm bringing to you the second game between Nerdnic and Muzzy from the Folsom SC2 Season 1 Tournament Number 3 Round of 4. Our favorite Zerg player Muzzy was able to take Game 1 of this best of 3, so that means we are going to be jumping right into Game 2 on Xel'Naga Caverns right now. Alright everybody, spawning here in the top right position of Xel'Naga Caverns as the Red Terran, we have Nerdnic. The winner of Game 1, spawning in the bottom left position of Xel'Naga Caverns as the Blue Zerg, we have Muzzy. As I said, we are now going to be playing the second match on Xel'Naga Caverns, a match that tends to favor Terran just a little bit. The main reason for that is because as Terran expands forward, Terran will generally take his natural expansion here and then move forward to take this gold expansion, and if he is able to secure this gold expansion in the middle of the map and get siege tanks all up in the middle of the map, he will have full control of the map and can start to do a lot of damage to an opponent with those gold minerals and the crazy amount of mining that Terran players can get for that. So we will actually see if this game is going to go that far into the late game. Nerdnic is well known for being a very macro-oriented player. He has played in this tournament before, previously, and he is known for his macro style. Decided to change it up a little bit in Game 1 and go for that early pressure, so we will see right now whether Nerdnic is going to decide to once again go for that early pressure style of play, or will he be going for his more typical standard macro style play. Muzzy, on the other hand, is known for doing mostly macro-style games, though he is capable of cheesing every now and again. Every now and then we will see a little bit of a rush from him, but for the most part, he is a very good macro Zerg player, so we are going to see how both of these players decide to play. As I said, Muzzy was able to take Game 1. It looks like he's going to be going for a gas pool opening right from the beginning of the match, so is he going to try to one-base this and try to just go for one big all-in and just try to take this best of 3 right here in Game 2, or is he going to try to sit back and try to win on a big macro game? Nerdnic here, we can see, has gone for a refinery. It looks like he's not going to be going for that early 2-rack style that he went for in Game 1. So it looks like he's going to be sitting back, and we can bet that because he's mining this gas now, that once this barracks is done, he's going to be throwing down one of them factories and starting to get some of those factory units. We do see an SCV here in the base of Muzzy right now. Nerdnic, seeing exactly what is going on, saw the timing of that spawning pool, saw that he is mining gas, and is just now seeing that no expansion is going down. He should be just a little bit worried right now, just because there is, of course, the hazard of early pressure. It's getting much more common these days for Zergs to start throwing down an early spawning pool so that they can start to defend early pressure, but they generally leave the gas off. They start to throw down that spawning pool and then immediately throw down their expansion. So rather than getting hatch and then spawning pool, they just delay their hatchery by just a little bit, but they get that spawning pool down and are able to produce Zerglings if they need to produce that. We do see that Muzzy has actually decided that because he got that early gas, he is going to get that Zergling speed, be really defensive here, and be able to defend this expansion extra well, because he now has Zergling speed up on the way. It is now halfway complete. And he's going to be able to hold this expansion much longer, but his economy is just going to be a little bit behind just because he doesn't have that second hatchery up and producing drones as quickly as he could be. We do see Muzzy now sending a few Zerglings across the map, is going to be poking in here into the base of Nerdnic, who we can see now has a factory down. 2 Hellions are currently being produced. They are on the way, and a second factory is now being thrown down. Was Muzzy actually able to see? Muzzy was actually able to see 1 factory with that reactor, so he's going to know that he does have Hellions on the way. Are we going to see some spines coming down here for Muzzy? We actually see a Roach Warren here being thrown down for Muzzy, so it looks like he's going to be using Roaches to try to defend against this early Hellion aggression from Nerdnic. This is always a good move. Roaches do very well against those Hellions. Those Roaches do not take that bonus damage. If we check out those Hellions, we can see that these Hellions do bonus damage versus light, almost double the amount of damage to light units like Zerglings, so they are able to take down those Zerglings quite quickly, but those Roaches with their high armor and lots of hit points means they can absorb quite a few Hellion hits and make those Hellions quite cost ineffective against Roaches. expansion just now coming up for Muzzy. Looks like we don't have any drone transfers yet. Oh, actually, there we go. We've actually got a bit of a big drone transfer there coming from Muzzy. He's going to be mining on both of these bases now, but 3 Hellions are now moving across the map for Nerdnic. These Hellions are just now moving into the natural. Those drones were all just pulled off the line into that natural. There is no spine crawler up here yet for Muzzy, and so all these Hellions are now getting in. 1 drone goes down, 3 more drones go down, and this queen is now going to start to repel, and all of these roaches here in a nice position there from Muzzy, able to stop those Hellions, but those Hellions decided to go right back around. They are now getting into the main, and they are now going to roast up some of those drones. More drones falling. Muzzy's taking a lot of damage here from Nerdnic. So much economic damage being done by these Hellions. 1 Hellion does finally go down. More Hellions are being rallied into the base right now from Nerdnic. No blue flame upgrades is on the way right now for Nerdnic. He is producing Hellions 4 at a time right now. That is a ton of Hellions. A lot of pressure to have to deal with. 1 Hellion is still in the back of the natural, trying to get a lot of drone kills in there. Already at 4 kills for that Hellion. Able to deal quite a bit of damage there. Definitely worth it for Nerdnic. Very, very good trade there. On the workers kill count, we can see that 12 workers have now been killed for Nerdnic. Nerdnic in such a good position right now. If we check out the harvester count, we can see that Zerg, despite losing so many drones, is actually ahead in the drone count because he's continuing to just power out drones. No more roaches. Well, only a few more roaches are being produced, but still focusing on a lot of drone production here for Muzzy. So Muzzy actually doing okay despite all of this early aggression here from Nerdnic, but Nerdnic is not done yet. He's now sending in 7 more Hellions to try to come in here and try to deal some damage. All the roaches here are in one clump. They're not at all spread out here. These Hellions trying to be microed as best as they can there by Nerdnic, and it looks like he's going to zip around here and get back into the main, see if he can't do a little bit more damage here. All the drones now being pulled off the line. Oh no, they're all lining up quite nicely there for Nerdnic. Nerdnic now moving and getting a lot more drone kills. Holy cow, so many drones currently being roasted here by Nerdnic, and on the production, or on the workers kill tab, we can see that 25 workers have now been killed. More Hellions in the expansion of Muzzy right now, and so much economic damage is being dealt here. Muzzy is not in the best of positions. We can see that he is now behind in harvesters 15 to 21, and he now has about 7 roaches currently on the field. Is he going to sit back and continue to try to macro up more roaches, or is he going to try to push and end the game right here? He does have a lot of roaches on the field. All Nerdnic currently has is Hellions, which do not do well against those roaches. I kind of feel like if Muzzy were to just push right now, Nerdnic would not be able to hold it very well. But Nerdnic is doing a fantastic job of controlling these Hellions, getting lots and lots of drone kills. Still currently at 27 workers killed here for Nerdnic. On the workers tab, we can see that Terran is now ahead, 23 workers to 20, and looks like both players doing a very, very good job of spending actually all their money. All their money is staying nice and low. Neither player is supply blocked at the moment. More Hellions trying to go in and deal more damage. So many more drones being taken out here by Nerdnic. Muzzy losing so many drones, 23 to 21. Muzzy frantically trying to pump out all the drones that he can. All his resources are being poured into producing more drones, just trying to stick with the small number of roaches to defend against these Hellions, but so many Hellions are being produced here by Nerdnic. This must be so frustrating for Muzzy to have to deal with. So many drones are being killed, and will the queen fall to all? Yes, the queen goes down to all these Hellions, and so another kill gets picked up there, another loss for Muzzy. More drones now being roasted from Muzzy. Nerdnic getting so many kills with these Hellions. Muzzy doing a surprisingly good job, though, of holding off his main. I love this from Muzzy, keeping 3 roaches on the ramp, blocking that up so that no Hellions can get up that ramp. And it looks like Nerdnic is continuing to apply pressure. Now has 2 barracks out with tech labs to start producing those Marauders. Going to start getting those Marauders out on the field to try to deal with these roaches. If Muzzy decides to push back with all of these roaches, and we see now that that is exactly what Muzzy is going to be going for, as he is now pushing into the base of Nerdnic with a lot of roaches there. More roaches, more drones being taken out here for Nerdnic. Nerdnic doing so well with this many Hellions, but is it being that cost effective? He's killing a lot of drones, but he's also losing a lot of Hellions here. Not able to get up into that main, denied from dealing any damage there by that nice wall off there by Muzzy with those roaches. Muzzy now sitting on layer tech, continuing to tech up despite all of this aggression here from Nerdnic, and looks like he's now going to start to apply some pressure of his own. These supply depots now being taken out. These Marauders do have that concussive shell upgrade, so they are able to slow their opponent's units, and this is the Marauder count here for Nerdnic getting a little high here, but it looks like these Roaches are going to be able to pick off those supply depots on the low ground. More Hellions continuing to be produced by Nerdnic, and we actually have very, very good creep spread here from Muzzy. Despite all this pressure, I am amazed at how well Muzzy is doing. Muzzy is doing absolutely fantastic at continuing to tech up, continuing to try to move ahead, continuing to build more workers, being very, very resilient and stubborn not to lose this game, determined to win this match. And what do we have here from Nerdnic? Nerdnic deciding to pull all of his SCVs. He knows he hasn't been able to quite finish off Muzzy despite all this damage he has done, and he is now going to pull all his SCVs for one final push. All his Marauders now coming down. No more production now going on for Nerdnic in the main. He's got a few last units that are now going to be pumped out here. They are being rallied into the base. He's going to take this little path here around the back at Xel'Naga Caverns, and he's going to try to poke in here and just try to finish off Muzzy right here on one base, right here, right now. So many SCVs here. Will Muzzy be able to handle this? I don't know if he knows that this big of a push is coming, but he does have a lot of Banelings that are now being morphed in here. These are going to do excellent against those SCVs if he's able to control them well, as well as against those Hellions. So now moving in with a lot of forces here. Nerdnic now moving in, trying to absorb the damage of those Banelings with his Hellions, and he's actually doing a lot of damage here. These SCVs taking a lot of damage. These Marauders moving in, dealing a lot of damage to this Queen right now, trying to finish off as many of these Roaches as they can. Lings being streamed in now from Muzzy. Will Muzzy be able to hold it? It looks like Muzzy miraculously is going to be able to hold off this push. This means that Nerdnic here is not going to be able to hold off this attack, and we are going to be seeing a GG here from Nerdnic. Tried to go all in with all of his units, and here comes the pushback from Muzzy, and there is the good game from Nerdnic. The good luck in the finals. Always the good-mannered Nerdnic just leaves the game, and wow, what an incredible game. Holy cow, you guys. I am speechless. What an absolutely incredible finish to that series. Nerdnic trying to go all in with all of his SCVs, a big push of Marauders and Hellions, but Muzzy able to hold it. That was absolutely unbelievable. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. This has been the Folsom SC2 Season 1 Tournament 3 Round of 4 series. That means Muzzy is going to be going on to the Grand Finals here. If you guys enjoyed this cast, please check me out at youtube.com/GLiTCHStarCraft, and that is going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Glitch